Hello and welcome to Luke-N-SHAE'S Plays podcast. Thank you for joining us this evening. Tonight we have a red heart letter coming to you that we're going to read and discuss. Hopefully everybody's had a good week, and before we begin this red heart letter, please because when you you put us in the algorithm for our content to be viewed by other viewers. Please share with your family and your friends to get us out there so others can see our podcast. And also subscribe. When you subscribe, it's absolutely free. And it just gives you notifications for when we have content that we are posting and when we are going live. All right. How's everybody doing tonight on the panel?
Well.
Oh, we good. We good.
And
Definitely
it looks
blessed.
like we have Sharonda back again, right?
Yes.
Sharonda, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank y'all for having me back.
Now you got to unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us, Shay?
Nope.
Oh, no.
I can't. You can hear me though, Luke, right? Well, I don't know what just happened. So maybe,
I don't either.
Okay, so this is what we should do. Sharonda, since your mic, I can't hear it. Okay, you hear her, so I don't know why I can hear her. So let me leave and come back. Let me leave and come back. Since everybody can hear you, it must be on my end. So I'll leave and come back in. Okay.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulty, but we got to roll it up.
We get one mic working and the other ones don't.
Okay. We're live. And this is the headaches of doing things live, And like we got some comments already talking about our live.
Yeah, really?
Hopper is saying she hear you, but I don't know why we can't hear you.
Okay. Well, can you
I
hear
know
me?
I can hear her. I can hear you and her. I heard all of y'all.
Okay. Excellent. Well, you know what? This is life. When we try to do something, you got to expect things to be obstacles, but we overcome.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah. Troubleshoot, come right back on in here, and it's gonna all work just fine. Yeah, but yes, so I'm doing good. And you said, how was your week so far?
Well, it's going okay.
All right. Can you say something, Sharonda?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Perfect.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Everybody can hear each other?
We all go.
Okay.
That's the way it is.
Now.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now I can start setting up things.
Okay. And for those who haven't heard, please like, share, and subscribe. It's absolutely free, and it puts us in the algorithm. Please subscribe because we need some more subscribers. We need all the subscribers we can get. It's absolutely free.
That's the truest thing ever. We definitely need it. Okay, we got a red hot letter tonight. Ooh. I hope it shows up here. Can y'all see it? I'm gonna have to scroll down, so just let me know how y'all see it.
Yeah, it's small on my end, so I should have. I wish you would have sent that to me so I could see it on my end on my other.
I'm gonna try to send it to you. I'll try to send it to you.
That way I can read it. I would like to read it. If I can find my other device here. There we go. All right.
Oh wow. No. Let me see. It said I could copy link. Oh, we doing this. Y'all gotta talk over me now because I'm trying to get this.
You're fine. I thought you were going to send it to me from your phone, not actually here where people can actually see my information, but that's okay.
No. I wasn't doing it that way. I was going to send it to you. Not that way. Hold on. But I need for y'all to talk over because we are live.
Yeah, so. We're talking. We waiting for this red hot letter. It's Friday. Yeah. How was your week, Sharonda? You had a good week so far? It
was awesome. It was amazing. I know that some people were disappointed about the snow down here in Atlanta, but I was elated.
Oh, okay.
It was a few days. I wasn't off because I still had to work from home, but loved it.
Okay. Yeah. So. I have to admit, listen, I wasn't complaining. It gave me a day off of work. And
nice.
I got to enjoy my family, got some rest.
Yes.
But just seeing my kids though off all week, and then they went back today, and then today they acted like they couldn't go back. I said, "You had off all week. Go to school."
Like, wow, one more day.
Yeah.
I sent it to you. See if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, I
Or I
will
might
check
have to read it.
now. All right, let's see what we got here. No, that's okay. Yeah, you sent it to me in a doc form, but it's okay.
That's what
Just
it
read
is.
it
It's a
and I'll.
doc. It's an actual letter. That's why I could only send it that way. But
Okay, that's how they sent it. Okay, well, maybe because you're the primary. If they sent it to you personally, that's probably why.
Well, let me
Yeah,
read the letter because
it says I need access. So just I don't know. I'll request access to it. I don't know who I'm requesting it to, but go ahead.
Can you see it, Sharonda?
Can I hear?
Can you see it? Can you see the letter?
I see the letter. It's just small today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's small because I got it as large as it could be.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read it. Okay.
Okay.
It says, "Hi, I am 55-year-old married man that has been married for the last 32 years. My wife and I haven't been intimate in about 3 years. I love my wife, but she is very aggressive and she can be overbearing at times. She once threatened my life if I ever cheated on or had an affair on her. My friends say she's too masculine for a lady. We have been together since high school. She is very close to my family, i.e., mother, brother, and sisters. This is why this is so hard to talk about. I'm a laid back, quiet kind of guy. I have always been like this. I love sports and I like to have fun. But I have a secret. My wife is having an affair with a family friend. They have been intimate for the last 11 years. She doesn't know I know, and she has even brought my granddaughter over to his house. A close friend of mine ran into them one day at the gas station, and he also said she almost was arrested for fighting her side dude for having another woman over his house. My dad thinks I'm less of a man for allowing this to go on for so long and not doing a thing about this. What do you think I should do? Well,
Interesting. Anybody can jump on in there?
yeah, anybody want to?
Go right ahead. Jump in that hot water. I'm still in the lukewarm part, trying to digest it all here.
Okay. So what should I do? He's 55, been married for 32 years, but has been aware of an 11-year affair. So I guess at this point, my question to him would be, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like, what do you want from this? Do you want her to stop cheating and become the woman she was, 2/3 of your marriage? Or do you want to get peace and have your own freedom? I would ask him what he wants to do. That would be my first question. Because his father is saying you're less than a man, you're letting this go on. Because if he wants his wife to stop cheating, he can't act like he doesn't know about it. He's gonna have to get real. I know. And though she seems to be violent or aggressive or what they said, masculine, um, she hasn't been confronted. You know what I mean? And so why would she stop? Because she's having her cake and eating it too. She gets to be with this other dude. She gets to stay married. So I would ask him what he wants to do. And if he wants to keep his marriage, he's going to have to step up and say something.
Ooh, stepping up. I see that. I see it just a little bit different because it also tells what kind of man that is. I'm more concerned with the man part because, like I said, the whole thing is so backwards for me because it seemed like she's more the guy and he's more like the woman, and he's put in that position. But I understand. He said he's a nice guy. He's quiet, and I can understand all of that. But I still think he had to put his foot down at some point in time. If you knew about this whole thing, I don't know how I would handle with you taking my granddaughter over to his house. That would be a little bit different. But then it speaks volumes in the fact that it says she attacked the side dude for him getting a girlfriend. That in itself speaks volumes as to what was really going on here. So that's what I'm more taken back with, because she is like, look, you can't date nobody neither. I don't want you. I'm married, but I don't, and I'm not making light of this. I shouldn't be laughing, but that just sounds totally crazy that the person is out here doing this to this extent, and still she like, no, you can't have no, you can't have your own woman either. So that speaks volume as to the type of the deepness of how severe she is with this whole idea. That's right there scary to me. But that is beyond me. I couldn't even go with this. I just, like I said, I would be highly upset with this whole thing. And I basically would understand what the father is saying because, yeah, 11 years and you ain't said nothing or did nothing. And so, again, I want to know, and I'm just going to ask y'all, what type of man will allow that to happen for 11 years?
Well, first, I didn't. Let me comment on what I think about this real quick before we answer that question. And all it sounds like to me is a hot mess. The woman itself sounds like a hot mess all the way around. The issue of her sleeping with a family friend. Before I even get to that, there's so many other things that's going on in this marriage with her, and like you say all the time, Luke, there's two sides to every story. I would like to know what her side is. What is her reason for stepping outside of her marriage to mess with, is she not into a man who is so meek and quiet, as you should say? It's like the role reversal, because what I hear before I even hear her sleeping with a family friend, I hear a hot mess. Like she's just running over this man. Like she's just running through this house rampant. Like I don't hear anything good coming up from this woman, about this woman. So my thing is just looking at this picture. He's staying for this long in this marriage. Why? My thing is before that even happened with the affair, for how many years was it? 3 years now?
Mm-hmm.
The affair was 11 years.
The affair has been going on for 11 years, or they've been married for 11 years?
They've been married for 32.
2 years.
She's been having an affair for 11 years.
Mm-hmm. And they've been together 32.
He hasn't said anything to her about it.
And remember, the father's upset.
That if he hasn't said nothing about it, it sounds to me he signed up and now he signed off on an open marriage. Because if you're going to be quiet about it for 11 years, now my question is, she's being intimate with someone for 11 years and you're sitting back quietly. Is there an underlying issue going on in their marriage?
He didn't know. He didn't know she was married. She didn't know that she was interested. He's saying from the time that this started, because he just found out. He found out from a friend and his granddaughter. I'm supposing. I'm thinking that okay. So he's estimating it been going on for 11 years because that's when they first started hanging out. Or I guess they maybe worked together. I don't know. He didn't give that part of it, but I'm assuming the 11 years come because he knows when this started happening because it is a family friend. So he can't really say too much about it.
11 years. Yeah. Some people don't even stay married for 11 years today. That's a whole nother relationship. And the fact that he has to ask us, what should he do? He already knows what he should do. You've been married to this woman for, I'm sorry, 32 years. You can't get 32 years back. You can't even get 5 years back. You put in 32 years and the turnout is your wife is sleeping with a family friend for 11 years. I'm sorry. You said this man is 55 years old?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what the letter
Okay,
said.
so my advice is going to be simple. Somebody that you've been married to for 32 years, okay? This person, this is how she's running. I'm sorry, I give grace when grace is due, but you can't just throw away 32 years. You don't have a bone in your body that is cringing when you're sleeping outside of me as a if I was in his shoes for 32 years. I gave you 32 years. He's talking about grandkids. So I gave you kids or a child. You have a grandchild. So that means you had kids together with this woman. And she's going to throw that away and have an affair for 11 years. Now, I don't know his story. What is her story? I need a more background to this. 11 years. Who's sleeping around for 11 years? Is he not performing? Is there an issue in the bedroom? Like, what's going on? Because even that's not cool.
I don't think you heard the story. If she is manhandling the side dude too.
And
she's
that's
not
what
just
I didn't even get to
manhandling
that part
him.
yet. I said let me
But see,
handle
that
this
speaks
part
volumes
first.
right there, because she don't sound like she was ever in a position to where she was at a deficit in that relationship, because she's strong holding everybody.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with the men, because if the men are putting up with that, I'm more concerned with that than anything else.
Well, see, that I didn't even get to that part yet. I was still stuck on the 32 years and him asking.
No, but see,
that's just a no-brainer. I wouldn't even waste my time writing a letter.
The two sides of the story is he's also showing you that she not only roughhouse him, she roughhouse the guy too. So she run a roughshod over all of these dudes. So at this point in time,
yeah, if I was him, I wouldn't be concerned about what she's in and out of doing with the other guy. I'm concerned about the 32 years. My focus wouldn't even be on him. If he's a family friend, yeah, there's going to be hurt there. That's a family friend. I'm focused on this woman right here. That's why I didn't go to the what she's doing with the extra guy, because that shouldn't even be a thing. I'm more concerned about what she's doing to her husband, because it sounds like she's being masculine in the whole marriage, and he's sitting back.
See, if we're gonna equate her character, see, we can only go by the body of work. Her character, who she is, this speak volumes as to who she is by what she's doing with both of them in. She's not only roughhousing her husband, she's roughhousing the next guy too. So that tells me a little bit about her character. That tells me who she is.
We also have to go by the letter. He said he's laid back, and we don't know if she's manhandled the husband. We know it's with the extra guy. So I'm assuming he's trying to avoid that with her. So we don't know if she's done it, but if her character says
he said she threatened him. He said she threatened him. In the letter, he said she threatened him.
Threatened the husband or the extra guy?
Threatened the husband, I thought.
She threatened the husband. Remember, she said the husband, he better not have an affair. He better not sleep with
yeah. I mean, that's what I would say. That I would tell my husband, you better not have an affair.
Oh yeah.
So
but
you know,
the way it sounded was like, wow, she threatened my life, though. She threatened his life.
If you were out there having an affair or committing adultery in this thing, you gonna tell your husband not to have an affair then?
Yes, because people who have affairs are doing it for selfish reasons most of the time. It's not because you're reasonable and you're just trying to find a different way. Most of the time, something is not being done for you that you want. So instead of working it out, you just get what you want on another side. That is a very self-centered way to handle things. So of course she's not going to want her husband to do it or the person she's having an affair to do it, because that would take her out of the center. She's self-centered.
Yeah.
So yeah, nobody that cheats is like, oh yeah, go cheat too. If it happens, they forgive, but nobody's giving that carte blanche unless we're saying we're having an open relationship. And I think he would have said that.
We're gonna hold. He didn't say that.
We're gonna go back to the letter. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I need to read the letter again, because it says, "Hi, I am 55-year-old married man that has been married for the last 32 years. My wife and I haven't been intimate in 3 years.
Okay.
I love my wife.
Okay, have not been. Got it.
I love my wife, but she is very aggressive. She can be overbearing at times, so that's part of her character. She once threatened my life if I ever cheated or had an affair. Once again, that's more aggression. My friends say she's too masculine. So his boys are going, yo, she's a bit masculine there. Now, we have been together since high school. She's very close to my family, i.e., my mother, brother, and sister. This is why this is so hard to talk about. I'm a laid back kind of guy. I'm a laid back, quiet kind of guy. I have always been like this. I love sports and I like to have fun, but I have a secret. My wife is having an affair with a family friend. They have been intimate for the last 11 years. She doesn't know I know, and she has even brought my granddaughter over to his house. Now, what kind of woman would bring the granddaughter to another man's house you're having an affair with? Okay? A close friend of mine ran into them, the couple, them, her, and the guy, one day at a gas station. And he also said she almost was arrested for fighting the side dude for having another woman over his house.
That's what I remember.
My dad thinks I'm less of a man for allowing this to go on for so long, not doing a thing about this. What do you think I should do?
Okay, got it.
Well, he definitely sounds like he loves his wife. As far as I mean, the holdback where it sounds like that being together since high school and everything. He sounds like he loves his wife, and it sounds like he was sincere in putting in his 32 years, and except for it's like he's trying to battle with what she's doing, and if he just recently found this out, that's hurtful. So he's being hurt in two different directions. You have a family friend that I'm assuming a family friend, he knows this guy, and now you have your wife of 32 years, your high school sweetheart or whatever have you. They're both dog. It's like, okay, he's going through hurt, but what I would have to say is 11 years. She's already out the door. And if she's not being intimate with you for 3 years, okay? Because anybody that's put in that situation, that person is out the door. If she's not being intimate with you and she's being intimate with the guy down the street that's your family friend, she's out the door. This woman is fighting another woman because she was at her
She
side
wasn't fighting the woman.
house.
She was fighting the man.
Well, she was fighting the man over having a side piece, over having a woman at his house. So this is my thing. She's not focused on you, sir. She's focused on this man up the street. And it's like your marriage is done. I'm sorry,
No,
because if a woman's putting in 11 years, she's done.
Well, she's running roughshod over both of them. It don't sound like if he wanted to leave, he couldn't leave. So even if he decided he wanted to leave, he couldn't leave.
Oh,
why can't he?
Because she threatened his life. Is that what you're saying?
See, the whole thing here, like I said, it just sounds like the men are not being the men in this case, because this couldn't happen in my world. But I hear her, but this couldn't happen in my world. We would, like I said, this. And it's so crazy because, like I said, he's saying, I could hear because men build their bond with time. So he's been with her a long time. So I can understand why he is staying, but I don't understand why he putting up with it.
Right.
Because that right there is unimaginable for me. So, like I said, and on top of that, all his friends are saying she's aggressive. Okay. She sounds like she's mad aggressive. So it sounds like she's in control of all of that. And sort of like, okay, well, I'm going to do what I want. It's no different, I would say, even than the last red hot letter where we had the young lady where the man came home and told her that he was going to start having sex with the woman and he was going to have babies with the woman. See, and it's like we're running roughshod over the whole relationship. And that's what it sounds like she's doing. But she also knows that he's bonded to her and he probably won't go do nothing because he's like sounding like he's being faithful. He ain't doing anything. See, because I'm like, if you out doing your thing, I'm gonna be out doing mine if I gotta stay in there.
So my thing is like, if his life was threatened, if he stepped out, the minute he found out that she was doing it, why didn't he throw it back? Not like threaten her life, but why didn't he say, this is what I would ask you if you're watching. I would say, the minute you found out, why wouldn't you put her words back in her mouth? You remember you threatened my life? So what makes you think you can do it to me? You know what I'm saying? Why would he wait and sit on it I don't care how overbearing her mouth is. At this point, we don't know if he fought her or she fought him at this point. All we know about this letter is that she did threaten his life if he did it, but she's the one. I would have made her eat her words and like have her like beg to keep me. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that she threatened my life and she's doing the very thing she threatened me with.
And
But that's what I just said. But that was my question to you. See, because you said I would say that. I said, could you say that? And you know you're having an affair. You're the one doing it, and now you're gonna tell somebody, well, you better not do what I'm doing. I tell you what, if you do what I'm doing, I'm gonna hurt you.
That's the mind of a cheater, though. The mind of a cheater is they don't want it done to them.
They do not.
They don't. It's like it's almost like a selfish, heartless thing.
Yeah.
They can go out there and cheat, and it's justified in their mind. But if you do it to them, oh no, how dare you cheat on me? But you are the cheater. No cheater wants to be cheated on.
But but if I knew for sure this person been doing it, and I find out they've been doing it for 11 years, all that's out the bag. The cat's out the bag. It's open season because
I couldn't hold on to that. The 32 years would have to just be memories, and you know what? Bye, because that you didn't cherish those 32 years, you know, with me. We made memories together, and what it sounds like, if his friends are telling him, hey, your wife's mad masculine. Okay, if his own friends are saying that, what else has he endured in his marriage? It sounds like maybe
that's what I said.
Like this the whole time.
Volume. I agree. You hit a point right there. That's what I'm saying. That's part of her. When we're doing this, that's a part of her character. That's who she is. If these people are saying the same thing, and then he got all of this, she will basically run a roughshod over this relationship. There was never, he was a man or the man in that relationship. And so that's why it will be hard for a man as myself to understand this man sitting here putting up with this right here without any type of man kickback.
Like he has the happy wife, happy life mentality. He sounds like the type of guy that has the happy wife, happy life mentality where he just, let's please her so I don't have to hear any, you know, I don't want to hear any argument, nothing. He sounds like he's a yes man where he's going to just do everything to make her happy. Screw his feelings or how he's in the relationship. As long as she's happy, I don't have to hear her mouth or whatever the case might be. It just sounds like he said he's quiet. He likes his sports and everything. It just sounds like he just sits and minds his business, and she's just taking advantage of that. So,
I'm gonna ask both of y'all this question.
Okay.
What type of man could this be to put up with this? What kind of man? What type of man could put up with all of this right here?
He's a good man.
He's a type of man that avoids conflict.
She's a bad woman. He's a good man.
He's a good man to stay faithful.
He don't sound scared.
I don't know about.
You don't think his faithfulness is because he's scared?
No, I don't feel like, because I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to say the S word. I'm not going to call him a punk. I'm not going to call him a simp. I'm not going to call him any of those things, because he sounds like he's that guy. He's the catch. He's the guy. He's the great. And I don't know. I'm assuming he's a great husband. He got with the wrong girl. He got with the wrong woman. Okay, that's what that is. And I felt like if he had the person that was for him, then he would thrive in that marriage. He's with the person that he wasn't supposed to be with. High school or not, she wasn't for you, my guy. She wasn't.
No, but we're trying to come up with what type of man would sit and put himself through all of that.
A man who loves his wife.
And could respect them.
A man who loves his wife. He loves her. That's why it's hard for him to leave. He just got the wrong wife.
I think I honestly, I agree with her, but I think it needs to be coupled with the fact that he's not able to confront conflict, because he's not, I don't know if he's a yes man. He's not saying anything. He's a silent, like quiet as kept type dude that's not speaking up at all. And when I see a yes man, it's like, babe, you know, can we go on this cruise, or can, you know, you cook me this? But he's not saying anything. So she can leave the house with his granddaughter and he doesn't say, oh no, my granddaughter's staying here. Or I don't care if you cheat. Maybe he don't even want her like that no more. 11 years is a long time. And
Yeah.
3 years
But
of them, so, but he's
he's
avoiding
still
conflict.
he still sound like he wanted though, because I still say a man stay with a woman that long, that bond is strong because that's a long time to be with a woman, and
Yeah.
so
I don't think his
so,
love is questioned at all. I don't.
but see,
But
I question that because it sounds like it's a little bit of fear. It's like a little bit of love with mixed with a little bit of fear,
Yeah.
because it's sort of like, and I agree with Shay when she said that he got that happy wife, happy wife, happy life type thing going. And
mhm.
I see that, like I said, so many times I look at that, and that's why I'm always kicking the opposite. And you always say, well, you're taking up for the men. I'm not taking up for the men, but it doesn't sound like he the head of household. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't sound like a man that's the head or a leader in that house. So that's what I want to touch on. So how did that
Right.
man get to this point where he is allowing all of this to happen to him?
Yeah. Well, in the comments, it looks like Harper is saying that he's the type of man with who's unhealed from abandonment issues or fear from being alone, and he's a broken man. And I think
But
that's
see,
very valid.
and you could say that's valid, but I hear different. I hear a man trying to cater to a woman, and
But I'm sorry, I'm a
we've
pause.
been
I
raised.
gotta pause on that because I know plenty of men who are very, very manly, very masculine, who cater to their women in a way where they still are leaders. So we can't say somebody
Yeah.
who allows their wife to cheat for 11 years is the type of man we shouldn't want because he's catering to his
I
wife.
didn't
Yeah.
say you
That's
shouldn't
that's
want him.
just that's
You could,
too much of a box. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
There are men out there who are absolute men and leaders and very
Hmm.
much kings of their house who know how to treat
but
their
so
queens. So we
what I
can't
just
say
said,
that.
what I just said. Do we sound like a leader? You gonna let him lead you?
No, he can't control
No,
his conflict
and
issues.
that's what I just said. Again,
No,
he
you said
sound like a
he's
man.
catering to his wife. That's what I was
He
addressing.
is
Because
catering
You
to his
can
he,
wife.
cater to your wife and still be a leader.
yeah, you can.
Uh,
And the reason why I would
this
say
is what
yes,
happened
he
when
could
you.
he could
This is
lead
what happened when
me.
you cater to your wife. That's
He
what
could
happened.
lead
Because
me.
see,
Lies.
he don't have
Lies.
nothing to stand on.
I think he could lead me, but he just needs to be healed. Right now, 32 years of her, just from assuming how she is, okay? 32 years of that. This man, who knows? He's just in his little quiet shell because he's probably walking on eggshells in his marriage. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Sharona. There
Yeah.
are masculine men that will cater. They'll do, spoil. They'll
Heck
they'll they'll
yeah.
take care of their queen. That doesn't make them weak.
And it does
But
not
Taking
make
this
them less
guy,
of a leader.
Uh,
this guy was just taken
ma'am,
advantage of.
ma'am,
He was taken advantage
ma'am.
of.
If he was a man that catered and still was a man, that would be different. I ain't no
Okay.
woman gonna be cheating on me for no 11 years and I'm catering to her. That is not happening. I'm
Agree.
No,
sorry.
Agree.
no.
I'm
But
sorry.
we also
You,
have to
that
remember.
is, that's simp. That's called simp. That's that. That's that beta male. We gotta be real. That's what that is. Ain't no
Listen.
man gonna sit here and allow all of this. Ain't no woman gonna sit there and do that. That's just the bottom line. So no, that this man, and he grew up with this mindset, probably raised with just his mom, and so he looked at his mother as being that part right
Well,
there.
that's not
I
true
don't
because
know
his
what,
father
We
is
don't
there.
know
His
that.
father is there.
I've
His
seen
father is
people
cheating.
raised by
but the
both of them.
father's upset. He said the
Yeah,
father's
the
upset.
father is
He acted
upset,
like
but
he
I'm
don't know why
saying
the
the
father
father is
upset.
there.
But you're
Because
saying
to
he was
him,
raised
he
by his
don't
mother,
understand why
but
the
it
father
sounds like he has
upset.
a relationship with his father. So we
Yeah, we
can't
don't
assume
know because
that
his
he was
father
raised.
was
Yeah, we
married.
can't assume that he was raised just by a woman because he's obviously telling his father about his wife doing this stuff.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
that whole thing.
But
So even if he
the
was a
father,
two-parent
the
household or
father,
whatever the case
the
might be.
father disagreed with it. The father said no. He should. The father's upset because he's been
Agree.
putting up with it.
Right.
Okay,
So
so
yeah.
But
that's
see,
the
the
thing.
father
So
is
then the father was
exhibited
there.
a real man. That's
So his
what a real
father is
man
a
gonna
part of
say.
his life, is what I'm saying. His father's a part of his life, and he's the way he is. Maybe he spent more time
No,
with
he.
mom,
It
but
sounded like he went. It sounded like he went to the father for some advice, and the father is like, man, for real, you putting up with that for 11 years? Ain't no man gonna put up with that for no 11 years. That's why the question is, what type of man is that? What kind of man will put himself through that kind of stuff and still call himself a man afterwards?
Oh man, so
Because
now
you
he's
ain't
not
got
a
no
man.
semblance of a man.
He's still a man.
Dang, he's still a man.
Broken. Yeah, he's a man.
He's just not taking responsibility for actually holding down his own self. He should say, this should not happen to me. You will not threaten my life and then do the very thing you told me not to do. And you're not going to continue to be in the house being unfaithful. Either we going to cut it or we going to heal it. Either way, we're going to do something.
See?
Yeah,
but again,
that's true. And Harper said it's a man in denial, and also not catering but tolerant. So
right,
yeah, I mean, I believe that too. He's tolerating it. That's 32 years.
Okay,
I don't know.
when we had
He gotten therapy? He sounds like he needs to talk to someone. I know you're writing a letter, but what if you're trying to stay? I mean, I'm not one to tell somebody to leave their marriage, but listen, it's written all over the wall what you need to do, because this woman has started a whole nother life with this other person for 11 years. 11 years is not, oops, I messed up, honey. It was a year. I was stupid. You're talking about 11 years where you kept going back for years. And no, that's crazy. And then you stop intimacy with, she stopped intimacy with him.
Hold on. This dude come out of a relationship and try to get with you now. You single, he's single. He tried to get with you and he tell you this story. Can you respect him?
I can respect him, yes, because that shows me that this man, yes, he was with the wrong woman. 32 years is a long time. And if he's saying he was faithful for all that time and she stepped outside of him, he needs to heal before he comes to me. But
do you believe he can protect you?
Do I believe he can protect me? Yes, I believe he could protect he was with the wrong woman. That doesn't mean, I'm not seeing this person as being weak. I see that this woman was just a man. He married a man. And I don't think he wanted to marry a man. Everything about the woman says man. And I don't think that's what he wanted. And this woman's fighting men. You said she fought the other guy that she was messing with. She sounds like a dude. Come on. She sounds like a man.
Okay, but I just said, could you if you walking down the street and these guys step up, could you defend? Do you trust this man to defend you?
Me walking down the street?
Well, anywhere. I mean, at home. I don't know, but
do I trust him to defend me? I would hope so. I would hope so, as a man, that he would not be like, oh my, I hope he wouldn't push me out in front of him. I mean, I would hope so.
I don't think he'll put you out.
I don't know that much about him to say that, but I don't think that doesn't mean he wouldn't protect his wife.
I don't think he will put you out in front of him, but he probably will push her out in front of him because he believes she could beat him. See, and that's what I'm saying. I don't see men in this. I have to have I gotta have semblance of a man.
But see, my question is this. Now, he wrote you the letter. Now, is our focus on if he's a man, or is our focus on what is he gonna do in this situation? Because I'm not trying to put the man down. Okay, he's scorned, he's hurt, his wife did all this. It's not about how he's been a man. It's about, are you going to get rid of this chick? Are you going to get rid of her?
When you're dealing with a man and coaching football and basketball, you know how the coach got us to do better? By putting us down. Sometimes we need to hear the truth. The truth will set you free.
You can make somebody
we're men. We gotta be men. We gotta be men here. That's why we men. You don't think
he's hurting enough? I'm saying, I don't think this is the time to tell him you're not a man. You let your wife.
Well, here's the
years.
His father said it.
His father
said the same thing.
His father's
That's
already
his father.
Said it. So we need.
You're a podcast that.
Yeah, we need different advice.
Let's give him real advice and tell him, hey, you married.
Oh man, that is real advice.
He dogged you out.
When you play football, I play corner. You get beat. They're not gonna say, "Oh, you did a wonderful job. That was great. How you got beat." No, man, you got to get your game up. Step up. But now this is real. You can't come to a man
and talk to him like a woman. Man, that's too abstract. What does it mean to be a man? Step up, speak.
A man ain't going. A man is not going to sit there and let this woman dictate what you do. You are the leader.
Okay, now I
I'm
get
the
that.
head. You got to be the head.
So
You can't say and
what
allow
are
this
you
to
asking
happen.
him to do? When you tell him to be a man now, with all this hurt, 32 years, what are you asking him to do at this point? How is you think he's gonna reel her back in? She's out there sleeping,
Even if
being
he
with
don't
this
stay
guy for
with her,
11 years.
he's still for himself. He needs to step up as a man.
He needs to
That's
step
you
up
have
and
to step
enjoy
up.
the rest of
If
his
you've
life
been in a
without her.
relationship, if
Yeah.
you've been in a relationship for 32 years and the woman been having an affair for 11, see, you got to step up and be a man.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do. And I understand both of
Without
y'all
her.
are women,
I
but
wouldn't be with her.
men have to be insulted for men to step up. We can't coddle men. We can't. That's why
Yeah.
we got so many men here today where we coddle them. You got to tell a man to step up. He got to step up, put on whatever you want to call it, your big boy drawers or whatever. But you got to do that because see, you have to establish yourself with that person. If you're gonna stay with it, he still got to establish it. If he's gonna leave, he needs to establish himself.
He
We
needs
can't go
to.
with this. Oh, he can be this type of man because see, this is going to happen in every relationship because they're going to sense this out. Once you smell this, you're going to be all over this because see, I can do this to you. This woman carried on an affair for 11 years that you know about, and you're not saying nothing now. You're
Well, see,
still like,
that's
she
the
don't know,
problem
I
I
know.
have, that he's not saying nothing now. And that's to me like, okay, you're just letting this go on. Your granddaughter is or grandchild is being taken over this man's house,
See,
and you're sitting
see
by
right there.
he's complaining to his dad about it, but he's not doing, which means okay, you're complaining to your dad. Do something. And when I say do something, that means have your peace. She's not bringing you peace. That was her job to bring you peace, and that's not what she's doing. I don't know if they're believers. I don't know if he's a believer in Christ. I don't know if he's a Christian. I have no idea. But I'm saying your wife is supposed to be your peace, and if she's bringing you hell, get rid of her. You are 55 years old. You still have a
See,
life to live.
you're talking about
Bye. You want that
you're
guy for
seeing it as
11 years?
hell.
Bye.
He's not seeing
Bye.
it as hell. That's why he's not doing anything. He don't see it as hell. You're seeing it as hell. He don't see it as hell. He don't, even when the father said it, he still didn't see it as hell.
But he's writing
He still,
he sees
yeah.
it as hell, or he wouldn't have
He
wrote
actually,
the letter. He
well,
sees
maybe
it.
he's looking for somebody else to pander some of these things and go, okay, well, yeah, you know what? Maybe she'll turn around. Maybe she'll stop.
I'm
One
not
day
even
she
going
won't
to tell
do
a
this
fib
no
to this
more.
person. I
Maybe,
can't sit here
you
and lie.
know, she's going through something right now. You know, maybe she
No.
had some childhood effects. Maybe she went through some as a child. So now she'll get over it. It's a phase. She'll go through it. And once you get
No.
back and realize the good man you are, she'll turn around. See,
No. She
man,
needs to
I
go.
can't do that with you. I'm
And
sorry.
my thing is,
I'm sorry.
what's another red flag is the fact that she threatened your life. First and foremost, that would have been a sign for me to go. That sounds like a bad movie waiting to happen. This woman's
I
gonna
don't think
threaten she's gonna threaten your life if you cheat on her. She said she threatened your life. That should have been the fact that you were able to close your eyes that night in that same house is questionable. At that moment, I would have been already looking for my place, and she would have came home to an empty house without my stuff. Because you're not going to threaten my life, and then you turn around and do the very thing that you threatened my life over, and you're sleeping with somebody for 11 years. Make that make sense. That just doesn't make
But
sense at all.
again, because he's catering to whatever she is putting out there. And the other guy had to cater too because he was trying to move on, it sounded like. And he brought a girl over his house and she was like, no, you can't date neither. What make you think I'm gonna if the man that I'm out here, my side dude can't have a wife, what makes you think I'm gonna let you have one? Where is
Right.
this coming from?
So I think two things we have to also consider. They've been together since high school, and there was 21 years of them being in a marriage from the letter
Yeah.
that there was no
Mhm.
infidelity. You don't know, but from the letter, right?
Yeah.
And so 21 years, and you know this person from high school. So you know that it's easy to keep hope alive because you have that much time in a marriage. It wasn't a girlfriend, it was a wife.
Yeah.
So now people who cheat, there's different reasons why, and we don't know hers other than we know she's self-centered and
Mm-hmm.
aggressive and all these things. But
Mm-hmm.
when he stayed at the beginning, first of all, that's just not my character. I'm going to confront it. I need to know why. What's up? What can we do and what should we do to fix it? But he kept it quiet. He didn't say anything. But now 3 years of them not being intimate, now he's writing letters and asking for advice. My advice to you, my friend, literally is this. Luke said it in Step Up, Be a Man, Be a Leader. I would say just be real. You're not happy, right? I don't think that necessarily means you have to get a divorce. I'm going to be real honest with you. There's 21 years that at least from your letter was okay.
Yeah.
But
And I
this
understand.
woman who's a bully, when bullies are confronted, guess what they do? When bullies get confronted, they cower back. Hear what I'm telling you. Because bullies only bully people they feel like they can. So step up and say something.
Oh no,
You
it
want
sounds
to
like
say whatever it is, because you got finances, you got children, you got all this stuff involved. If you want this, you're going to have to confront the bully. You're just going to have to.
So let me ask you, if the roles were reversed, what would you say about the woman? What kind of woman would do that?
I would
if the
say
roles were
the same
reversed.
thing. The absolute same thing. Honey, why are you letting this happen? Why are you not confronting it? What is going on?
Yeah.
And what do you want to do? Do you want to fix it? Do you want to stay or do you want to leave? I don't care what role it came from. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. We had it already in the red heart letter with the lady whose husband came home and said that he's gonna sleep with the coach. Where, he's moving on. We already had that. The opposite.
But let me ask you something. When you add just a little bit more to that equation, the fact that the person is having an affair with, you also know him. So all of this should all be like a big ball of hurt for that person. And see, that's what I'm saying for myself. First of all, because I know the person. On top of that, you've been doing it for 11 years. This is all that this person is taking. The woman that we previously talked about, she wasn't doing it for no 11 years in that same sense of having to deal with this and watch this play out. And then at the same time, the man wasn't saying, well, I'm doing this to you, but you better not do this stuff. See, that's a whole different thing.
Well, in that other situation, the lady referenced that wasn't the first time he cheated on her, so we don't know how long.
It's been happening multiple times, and
what I'm saying is,
cheater see through cheater's eyes. He's probably looking.
No, but he wasn't. He didn't tell her. He didn't tell her she couldn't do it. He wasn't telling her, well, look, I'm gonna go out here and do all this. I'm gonna do to you, but you better not do it.
Yeah, there's differences in the stories, but cheating, there's still a hurt in it, regardless of how that is. And the same advice that we're giving for this guy, it's the same thing we said about her. She's broken. She's gonna need to heal from this. There's things, you're hurting because you're finding out your husband's coming to you and telling you, hey, I'm gonna sleep with, I'm leaving you. I'm trying to make a baby with another woman. Yeah, that's hurtful. But this guy here, this is it's a different situation, but it's still a marriage. And no matter how many years you say a man bonds with time, I don't remember how many years she was married to her husband, but she said he has repeatedly
but she didn't. He wasn't threatening her that he couldn't do it. He was sounding like, okay, well, if you want to go, you could go. I'm telling you what I'm about to do. This woman is saying, look, I'm going to cheat on you, but you can't cheat back on me.
Okay,
you better not cheat back on me.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, my side dude better not be trying to get a woman on me because he's the side dude. Matter of fact, I'm controlling all of this. So I'm saying, what's the odds of a woman running into the same type of men that would have put up with this type of stuff? See? Because we all take these pictures of the men always being the devils and we always doing the wrong. See?
Nobody does that. Nobody paints the picture that the men are devils. That's not true.
There's two men getting rough shot, ran over, by one woman. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Hopper says sometimes
ain't nobody saying nothing. He's not saying nothing.
I'm trying to read the text here. Hopper, can y'all read it? Because I don't. Hopper says sometimes hurt is paralyzing, and he's emotionally like he said, emotionally stuck. Nope. I think you need to put on. I think you need to put on his jockstrap and become a man, a real man. See, you got to put up. You got to man up. That's what you got to do. It's time to man up. That's when you got to put them up. Man up, because you got to say enough is enough. This is it. You either conform to my new system, or we can just go our own ways. Man up. At the end of the day, that's the best advice I can give you. You got to man up. I ain't gonna say you broke. I'm gonna say you just said man up. You got to man up. Your father was telling you, you got to step up, be a man. You can't allow this to go on. You can't.
No.
And if you decide to stay, that's up to you. But you're going to man up. And y'all can give any other advice you want.
My thing. Okay. If all these years, that's not what he was doing. And now you're telling him to man up. How can he just do that overnight is what I'm saying. It doesn't sound like this is who he is. It doesn't sound like this is who he is. And you're telling him to man up. How is that supposed to look? Is she supposed to come home and he say, hey, woman, you stay here with me?
Let me ask you a question.
What is he supposed to do at this point? Like, she's already out the door.
No, but at this point, she's not out the door. She ain't trying to leave him. She told him he better... All she's saying is, I'm going to go do this, and you better sit here until I get back, okay? And matter of fact, I don't want you talking to no other woman. Because if you do that, we're going to have some problems. So at this point in time, again, this is a man not being a man in this sense. You can call it what you want to. Like I said, you got two men that this woman is running roughshod over both of the men. You're giving me all this broke. No. See, as a man, my mother used to say, when you need more, make you do stuff. When you need more, you're gonna do what you got to do. At this point in time, he need more, and he got to do what he got to do. Because if he don't do what he got to do, he in for another 32 years of this. If God let him live that long, because it's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
So
I do agree. I do agree that he has to man up, whatever that means to you. I do agree. I just would put it in more of a term of what man up means, because we're calling this woman masculine because she threatens people and she beats them up. Is that the masculinity that we really trying to push out?
Exactly.
Is that masculinity? You know what I'm saying? Or is that just craziness? You know what I'm saying? We're putting masculinity.
So crazy.
I just, I guess I don't like the fact that we're coupling to be masculine means you threat people and you beat them up. Masculine to me means that you actually understand and stand on your own
back in the day,
and he's not.
But back in the day,
I agree he does need to man up. But
back in the day, see, let's take it back to the biblical days when men had to hunt. See, you got to go out there and hunt. So you had to be mad aggressive to go out there and fight a lion or a bear or any of these things as a man. These were the things that a man would have to do to provide for his family. He would have to go out there and do this. I can't see this brother with this temperament going out there fighting anything. Y'all would starve, okay? She would have to go out there and do it. See, she would be the killer. See, she could go out there and tell the bear. Matter of fact, she would tell the bear to wait till she get back to kill him. Don't you leave. I'm gonna unlife you right here. Wait a minute, lion. I got you. I'm about to get the lion right now, but you better not move, bear. That's who that is. That's what we call it, masculine, mad aggressive. That's what the man is supposed to do.
She's another
she
level
took on the whole persona of the man.
Another level. She's another level of masculine. Like I hear that word every day. I don't know any women out here that are trying to fight men and trying to do all this extra stuff that this woman's doing.
But you would fight a man that ain't gonna fight you. There has to be
another word for her in
but you would do that to that man.
Aspect of life for that, because that's not
if a man
woman. Even when a woman has an affair, she's not doing it.
If a man gave a woman that same thing, see, that woman is not going to stop. Once she senses, I can do this to you, you can't go back to not doing it. See, until he mans up, no, you can't.
He can change. And I agree that he should man up. It
don't take his change. It takes her change. And she's not going to change because, see, again, I don't have women tell me right away, okay, when a man comes to them and a man talks to them, and they'll tell you, okay, well, when a man cries in front of me, I see him differently. From that point on, I see him differently. I might have asked him to do it.
In a
Either
good
way.
or a bad way? Huh?
And either way, they all gave me the same thing because they said they saw it as less than a man. See, no matter what, I done heard people say this constantly to me. That okay, well, you gonna come out here like this. So if this woman is putting up, like we're gonna use The Color Purple. See, Celie was putting up. There wouldn't be a movie if Celie fought back. See, so it wouldn't be a movie. Y'all wouldn't even watch it because it wouldn't be a
Let
movie.
me just
So
jump in
again,
there. I don't take a man crying as being weak, okay? Because my Bible even says Jesus wept, right? He wept for his friend Lazarus, right? So hold on. You got to let me talk.
Weeping and
Let me get
crying
my
is two
point.
different things.
Let me
But you
get
gotta
my point
state that.
across. Hold on. I know you want to speak, but let me say what I have to say. So Jesus wept, and I don't take Jesus as
That's
being
not crying. That's not crying.
That's not crying.
If he was crying, no. He had tears in his eyes. Men will well up with tears in their eyes, but they don't. Crying is a different thing. Babies cry. Jesus was not crying like a baby. Come on now.
But when you gotta he had tears coming from his eyes, is crying, okay? No man is out here going, ooh, we're not talking about that. Hold on. We're talking about a man who's compassionate about something, who actually cries. I don't take that as being weak. Because some people are moved in different ways. I'm not going to look at a man and say, oh my goodness, that just made him tear up. He's a weak. I've seen masculine men cry. So I'm not going to say that somebody's weak.
There's stats on that, ma'am. There are stats on that. Women see men who cry as being less masculine. Now go Google them and you will see them. That's you. You don't speak for the majority. That's what I'm saying. But women have said that for years. They don't like to see a man, and that they'll tell you can cry. Okay, they'll tell you can cry, but if you cry, they're gonna look different at you.
Hold on, let me read the chat.
Please read it. Yeah.
It looks like Harper said men that don't cry are emotionally damaged, and she also said weeping is a deep cry.
It is.
So Luke, I don't know what you're talking about. Weeping
again,
is a deep cry.
Again, okay, y'all can put y'all savior in that mindset, but I ain't, because I know he wasn't.
The Bible says that. I'm not saying it's not my words.
No, that's not how we know. Men do not cry.
The Bible
ain't no man crying.
It's human to cry. That's why we have
the Bible said
we
didn't
give tear ducts to women alone.
That's right. Okay, crying was around when the word weeping was out. And see, if I wanted to say he was crying, I would have said he was crying.
The Bible says a bunch of words that we don't use in layman's terms.
But what I'm saying to you, that's the welling up of water in your eyes. I might have water in my eyes, but I wasn't crying. When my mother passed, I wasn't crying. I had water in my eyes.
Here's the thing. You like to bring up statistics, but do you know the statistics of men who don't cry, they actually shave off years of their life because they actually hold in more stress? So if we're going to talk statistics, crying actually releases hormones and all the things that most men, they do it through violence instead of tears. And I'm not saying that a man should go around and cry 24/7. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think a woman should go.
Hold on. Wait 1 minute. You walking down the street and your purse get took and you go to crying and your man crying. What you do? I don't know why he took your purse. No man is going to cry.
That's not what we're talking about. That's
why we're men.
We're not talking about that.
Cry with you. Oh God, I can't believe he took your purse.
That's not what we're talking about.
I'm not going to cry. We're running after this brother.
Oh, let me put that in a bag. Oh Lord, no. No man does that. And you wouldn't respect no man for doing that.
Let me tell you something. Your mom
passed away. That man is supposed to be the strong strength. Come here, baby. I got you. It's gonna be okay.
Though. We're gonna be crying with you. Masculinity. I can't rock with a man.
Luke, you're not even allowed to talk.
Well, go ahead, talk.
I'm not gonna rock with somebody who can't show real emotion and has to hold it in and then begin to shave years off of his life when he's been given that by the Father. That's crazy. Cry and then do something about it. That's what I would say. But I'm not gonna tell you to hold it in because you're a man. Just don't keep crying for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Hopper says Luke behavior is a major form of crying. See, I don't cry because I'm a man. I'm a man. Luke is crying in private is a thing. See, no, we as men are always taught that's part of being a man. We got to be tough guys. Sorry, at the end of the day, I got to be a tough guy. See, you can't be out there on any football field crying. People talk like this. If you let another man see he hurt you, he'll keep hurting you because he know he
Nobody's
hurt
saying
you.
you do it. Nobody's
But
saying that. But if you're not moved, if you don't have compassion about anything, and like I preference, whoever taught you about football, that's not the field that Jesus was walking on. He was walking on earth, and he was seeing real life stuff. And when his
you'll just
friend
run around
Lazarus,
crying.
when his friend Lazarus died, he had compassion. He cried. He wept. So if Jesus can weep, whoever's telling you that it's a bad thing to cry, you shouldn't be listening because that wasn't Jesus. So
This is why women can't raise men. This is the very reason why women cannot raise men.
okay.
Men have to be men. We have to be strong at every point in
That
life.
doesn't
Okay,
make you
that's what
weak.
men do.
That doesn't make you weak if something moves you to cry. Nobody's talking about crying over a
We
person
didn't
being stolen.
again. Now you up here watching a sad movie and you and your man over there crying. You're over there just crying. Oh, that was really sad. She died at the
You know,
end.
and
Nobody's
it's
gonna
embarrassing.
respect you, ma'am.
You
I'm
know what?
sorry. I hear
And
what
it's
you're saying, and it's a good gesture. You saying what you feel, if that's what you really feel. But ain't no man that's a manly man. See, is gonna go do this, and we can do this all day long, and we'll get manly men on here that tell you they're not gonna sit up here and be like a girl. That's not
I
what
don't
we
think
do.
that's like a girl. I had a pastor that was moved by things he said when he was preaching, and he
Okay, so
actually
how did you like
would
that pastor?
cry sometimes
Did you
during the
like that
sermon. I
pastor?
did not take him as being weak at
Did you
all.
like the pastor? Did you like that pastor?
Yes, I loved my pastor. And and
Okay.
and
Me
you know
too.
what? When he would
Mhm.
when that would happen, that made me get more into the word because I was feeling. I said, wow, this moved him. Sometimes he could tell a story and be like, and it moved him, and he'd be like, hold on a second.
See,
That
Yeah.
actually made me
wait a
even
minute,
more like,
hold
wow,
on.
It
this is
made
a
him
person
seem
who's not
real. He was
not
real at that point.
it was
Okay,
real.
see?
Exactly.
Okay. Hmm.
Exactly.
See, that sounds like the guy we was talking about tonight. Hopper
No,
said
it does
people
not.
cry. People cry. It does. People cry all the time in football, especially cowboy players. Was that a shot, Hopper?
Who is
Was
that?
that a
That's
shot?
not even Harper. That don't have two Harpers on it.
Or you got
That's
just the one?
hilarious.
That just has one harp on it.
Harp. Okay, I guess Harp. Whoever Harp is. Harp said
See,
that.
and obviously they
And
know
Harp
that
said
you're
the other one
Cowboys.
too.
They obviously know you're a Cowboys
Then they know the real team, the real America's team. They are aware of that. Cowboys, Jerry
but
Jones,
no,
Cowboys.
yeah, that's
Well,
all.
anyway, we have to wrap this up. We don't went over about like 2 minutes, unless y'all want to run it for another hour. But
No,
it's
I'm
up to
good.
y'all. Y'all good.
No,
Okay,
No,
no,
that's
but
just
no.
right.
no, honestly, back to the person who wrote the letter.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for writing us. And you know something, I do agree 100% with what Luke said about however that looks. I'm a woman. So me telling you to man up, no, what I can tell you is you do have to put your foot down and says you can't let people run over top of you. You're 55 years old. You deserve to enjoy your life. You deserve that. And if that person's not bringing you peace, you deserve your peace. And obviously you're not happy. So you need to find your happiness. You have to put your foot down. This woman's just running you rampant. And you know something? Stress is not good because here at Luke and Shay's place, a positive mentality is a destined reality. She's causing your mental health to be in disarray. So please take care of that. Take care of your mental health. That's important.
But
So
he also he not getting no he not being intimate with her. So
and that I
that's the
know
other
I've been there before. So for a man though, it's
that's
going to
the
be
other
different.
side. That ain't
If
happening.
you're in a marriage and they're zipping up your zipper, listen, that's another issue. So
And she
I
zipping
can
up her.
understand he's
Okay,
frustrated that
hold on.
way.
She ain't zipping up her zipper. She ain't got no zipper. What is she zipping?
I'm just saying she's zipping up her zipper.
She ain't
Stand
got no
down.
zipper. What is she zipping up?
I'm so
But
used to
anyway,
saying that for myself from
I
my
know.
past
See,
relationship. So yes, I say the zipper thing. So she's not pulling down her skirt or whatever. It don't sound like she wears skirts, Luke, because we done made her out to be
You're
a
right.
woman.
The joke was you was right. She had the zipper. You was right. My bad.
She sound like an old man, so that's why I said zipper. She over here fighting
zipper.
men.
You right.
She fighting men. I can't really put her in a category of any kind of feminine or nothing. So
yep, she had the zipper. And remember to like, subscribe, and share, and do all that good stuff for us.
Before
we hope you enjoyed this podcast.
Sharonda, thank you so much for joining the panel. And what do you have any last words for our person who wrote the letter?
I was going to do that after. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sharonda. I was going to do that.
Yeah, y'all go ahead, like, share, subscribe. This channel is the bomb. They always have great stuff going on. And to this gentleman who wrote this letter, it's time to say something for or against your marriage. You have to say something, and you need to figure out why you will allow it. What in you is missing that would allow you to stay somewhere that's not allowing you to be fulfilled and you feel them back. There's something that's keeping you from that, whatever it is. Once you identify it, speak up, and then go, like Shay said, get your peace, but it's got to come from God first, and then step up for yourself next. You have to love your wife as you love yourself. Please love yourself enough to say something.
And like I would like to say, well, go to God first, because I put God first. He's the head of my life, and he should be the head of yours. But also, you're going to have to man up. Man up, whatever it looks like to you, and changing your situation, that's what you got to do. But you have to set the tone in your house, because you are the leader. You cannot sit back and allow that person to continue to lead you. And this is what happened when you do this. So this is the life that you come out with. And you wouldn't have to be asking a man anything on this level, because you could be standing on your own 2 feet. And that's what you need to do right here, is stand on your own 2 feet. Let that person know what you need to let them know, because you are a man and you got to do that, because this is what you were supposed to do. And we have to step into that. And sometimes we don't, because we are led to kind of like to fall back, and we do, because we've always had these stigmas of happy wife, happy life. I hear that, but at the same time, we got to be all happy in that situation. So your happiness is just as equally important. So if the happy life and the happy wife and, well, the happy husband need to be happy too sometimes. So you got to look at it that way. But like I said, more importantly, whatever it looks like to you to man up, man up. But you need to set the tone in your own household as the man, or you will never get that respect, brother. And that's how men receive love, is through respect. So you got to have to respect me. Well, I'm going to end that right there.
And
go ahead, Shay.
Make sure it's legal, whatever you decide to do. But yes, thank you so much for writing us. And again, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in this evening for our Red Heart Letter. And everybody have a great weekend. Until next time.
God bless.
Thank y'all. Good night, everybody.
And thank you for joining us, Sharonda. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we're going to join us again sometime.